Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. This time being recorded at 12:30 AM. We have some new news surrounding Coronation Street and what is a pretty big deal and a very interesting one. A Hollyoaks star, someone who was on the show just a month ago, has jumped ship from Hollyoaks to Coronation Street. So I'll read through the article. Coronation Street signs up Hollyoaks star just weeks after his exit. Ryan Mulvey made his final appearance on Hollyoaks last month. Coronation Street has signed up former Hollyoaks star Ryan Mulvey just weeks after his departure from the Channel 4 soap. The actor played JJ Osborne on the soap for a year before his final appearance last month, January 15th, which saw the character sentenced to 2 years in a young offenders institution following the abuse of his twin sister Frankie. Just under a month from his last appearance as JJ, it seems that Mulvey now has a new role on the horizon, with The Sun reporting the actor is set to join the ITV soap for a brand new storyline across the spring season. Whilst Mulvey's role on Carrier's Secret for now, the actor previously spoke about his challenging role as JJ. Even though he is a villain, JJ does not see himself as that. So playing the delusional and denial in JJ has been really interesting. The part has pushed and challenged me hugely as an actor, but I'm super proud of the end product and humbled by the feedback we've received for the storyline. I'm proud to take part in the storyline and how important it is to be represented in the media. News amid the casting becomes amid a bunch of tumultuous times with a lot of exits, etc. So, first and foremost, the main question. Who is Ryan Mulvey? Who was he on Hollyoaks? Well, let's be honest, he's probably not going to have as dark a character as he had on Hollyoaks. In Hollyoaks, he was reintroduced as Darren Osborne's twin, children. He had them with Hannah Ashworth, who he had an affair with, as he was with, he had an affair with Suzanne Ashworth when he was supposed to be with Hannah. So, he returned with his twin sister Frankie, who was described as he was the successful footballer, he is the big golden boy, and Frankie is the problem child. But why was Frankie the problem child? And this is going to tackle some pretty dark topics in terms of sibling sexual abuse. So, JJ was sexually abusing Frankie and had been doing it since she was 9. And in this really big emotional storyline where they put Ryan Mulvey and Frankie and Isabel Smith, two blockbuster actors in these really prominent roles in this really big important storyline. Honestly, for me, genuinely, if you're not a Hollyoaks fan, you don't like the pace of it, fair enough. Watch the Frankie and JJ storyline. It is my favourite storyline in soap in the last couple of years, and it's my favourite Hollyoaks storyline of all time. You have two really prominent actors. You have Hollyoaks' best family in Darren, Nancy, Charlie, Oscar, all these family, Jack Osborne, all these characters, and it just molds together for this really tragic, deeply disturbing, abusive, constantly controlling, and it's just acted so tremendously well. And you did take a while to get to the ending, but the ending felt cathartic. The ending felt really good. And Ryan played a tremendous villain because he was this delusional, twisted, I'm not an abuser, I'm the victim. I do these things to control you, but I don't admit that because I'm a terrible person. Oh, Coronation Street is in store for an absolute gem. Ryan Mulvey is a fantastic actor. And, I mean, honestly, Frankie, Isabel Smith, went from playing a role in Coronation Street as, like, a person Max had been catfished by. Well, no, someone posed as her, he sent nude pictures to, and was catfished. She made an appearance, and then pretty soon after, she got the role of Frankie Osborne in Hollyoaks. So it's kind of interesting to see how it's intertwined, but still, honestly, I'm very much looking forward to this. I know this is just a small one because there's not really much news as a whole. I could probably theorize as to what his role will be. Look, he is a young actor, and he's already shown and proven that he is a safe pair of hands, being given the biggest Hollyoaks storyline of the year. He spent a year there, and he like carried it on all in all. Let me just check with some other ads. I don't really think it's been shown anywhere else, but like, look, it was his first proper role, and he has proven, like, even looking at his face at this point, I'm just like, yeah, bloody hell, don't really like what you look like in this. But still, all in all, I think it's just to fully wrap back round though, he is a truly tremendous character, and was just a really interesting portrayal of such a deluded way, because you could just make him an outright abhorrent villain, because he was a consistent, disgusting piece of shit who did awful things to his sister, terrible things, and dragged it out to such an extent. But the outcome was just so good. So yeah, I know I've said this multiple times before, but I think this is a very exciting time and a very bold choice of cast member. I don't think he's going to have as much of a dark story to him, but I mean, just take a look at another ex-Hollyoaks character who went into Coronation Street immediately 10 times better. Now, you may know a certain police officer called Kit Green, who has been established as of late as this really big, important character, tackling with some of the bigger names in the show. In Hollyoaks, he was just a guy called Damon, who was a guy's mate, and he was in the Love Boat. He had the Love Boat for a while. Hollyoaks does a lot of good stuff with these characters. I'll just say that much. So, all in all, I'm not too worried, knowing that, look, Hollyoaks characters usually get a bad rap, and the actors usually get a bad rap too. And I think they're perfectly reasonable actors in the grand scheme of things. For a TV soap, at the end of the day, maybe the barrier to entry isn't as high, but you can still do some really impactful work and spread a lot of awareness. So I think Coronation Street have absolutely, like, the saddest bit about him only having a short-term contract with Hollyoaks is you can't have him spend any more time, because at the end of the day, he needs to pay for his crimes. So as much as it kind of sucks that he's had to leave, at the end of the day, he's going to be laughing, because now he's going to be in Coronation Street. Now, obviously, we don't know the details, and I'm sure there will be big details announced at some point in the future, but still, it's a big deal, and everybody who doesn't know Hollyoaks but watches Coronation Street, get excited. Ryan Amalfi is one to watch, and that's an Ash guarantee. He is spectacular, and if he's handled well, and you'd have to say at this point, Coronation Street really do want to establish the new generation with a lot of people leaving, he's a perfect foundation piece to propel a lot of these characters and stories to the future. So yeah, any Hollyoaks fans watching this being like, bloody hell, I know that guy. Excuse me. What do you think about it? Tell me in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.